Okay. WrestleMania 42 happened last night, and you know what the show is. This is what just happened. So I'm going to hit the show first and then break down just why I sound like this. So WrestleMania 42, we were back in Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium. And John Cena was the host. He opened up the show, whatever. There was no reason for him to be the host. They did that so they could sell tickets. So our opening contest was the Usos and LA Knight versus Logan Paul and Austin Theory. The first hour of night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania will be taking place on ESPN. Night 1 on ESPN 2, night 2 on ESPN. The show started off at 6. And this was fine. WWE can't do they can't do trios like AEW does trios. It's just, and it was fine. As much as I dislike IShowSpeed, I think he's a piece of shit. He showed up, he did his job, but his miscommunication with the rest of the division cost him the match. LA Knight hit the BFT on Austin Theory to get the W. After the match, Logan attacked Speed. The Usos and Knight rallied around him, allowing him to splash Logan Paul through the announce desk. This match went 7 minutes. Where are my notes? So this match ended at 6:27. Keep that in mind, okay? Let's get into the second match, which was Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu in an unsanctioned match. This match went 14 minutes. It was fun. It was weapons heavy. They broke out everything they needed to do. Drew did his usual selfie spot. Ultimately, Jacob Fatu hit the mighty moonsault through the table for the 3 count. So fun, WWE has 3 wrestlers that have moonsaults as finishers. Jacob with the mighty moonsault, Tiffany Stratton with the best moonsault ever, and Io Sky with the over the moonsault, right? And this was fine. Compare this to other unsanctioned / lights out matches, this does absolutely nothing. Then we got the women's tag team title match, right? I very much wish this match was a ladder match. I think the woman had deserved it. They earned it. So we had, I believe, Charlotte and Alexa came out first, then Bayley and Lyra, then the champions, Lash and Nia, and then the Bellas came out. Nikki was on crutches and in a walking boot. She was hurt. And Nikki revealed that she's injured, obviously, and that her replacement will be none other than Paige, who made her return to WWE. So obviously you know what this means. Paige and Brie Bella won. They are your current women's tag team champions. Paige won with the Rampage on Alexa Bliss. This was fine. Charlotte and Paige faced off for a good reaction. Whatever. Then we had that match went 9 minutes. Then we had Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line, and this was fine. Becky tried to use the exposed turnbuckle. Referee Jessica Carr stopped her. As you know, Jessica and Becky got some history. Becky used the exposed steel, won with the Alabama Slam out of all things, and Becky exploited the referee's distraction to get the W. So Becky is she's now a 3-time Intercontinental champion. That's pretty awesome. Then we had Gunther versus Seth Rollins, which was the match of the night by far. Becky and AJ went 8 minutes, whereas Gunther and Seth went 15 minutes, and it didn't feel like a 15-minute match. It actually felt longer. They fought before the bell with Gunther attacking Seth. Seth was fighting through his shoulder injuries. There are a lot of near falls through this match. Seth hit a pedigree, curb stomp, Gunther kicks out. That should win matches. Pedigree, curb stomp, that should win matches. Just like I think Seth should win with the Avalanche Falcon Arrow. But Braun Breaker made his return, speared Seth, Gunther locked in the sleeper for the win. Yeah. And then after the match, Gunther celebrated. Braun spat down a ramp and gave Seth a so spear. Then we had the Hall of Fame presentation. Demolition, Dennis Rodman, the families of Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Bad News Brown, Sid Vicious, AJ Styles, and Stephanie McMahon. Then we had the weakest match on the entire card. This might end up being the weakest match of the entire weekend. Liv Morgan took on Stephanie Vaquera, with Stephanie Vaquera defending the Women's World Championship. Liv had some type of dance number, whatever, because they dropped a music video earlier in the week. This was fast. This was Impact, and Vaquera nearly went multiple times, but ultimately Raquel and Roxanne interfered, allowing Liv to capitalize with a code breaker in Oblivion. She's your new women's champion. I think this is her third or fourth reign with the belt. John Cena came out, announced the attendance, and the Bianca Belair return, announced that she is pregnant, so she will be gone again for another year. I mean, look, she was out with injury, and Montez Ford was obviously not being used, so just sit back and relax. And the main event was the WWE Championship, Cody putting the title on the line against Randy Orton. Pat cut a heel promo with the entrances. I'm gonna get into all of them. Let me get through this match. They attacked Cody pre-match. Jelly Roll took out Pat McAfee, put him through a table. Match started out slow. With all this intensity, you start off the match slow. This reminded me of the Randy Orton Triple H match from, I want to say 27, I think. And all of that heat they had for the match, and they started with a collar and elbow tie up. Same thing here. There were multiple RKOs, crossroads. There was a rough bump. Pat McAfee returned to make the count, which didn't make any sense. Cody survived the interference. Randy gave Pat an RKO, and Cody won with the crossroads. So Pat McAfee is gone from WWE. I think he'll be back. And after the match, Cody got knocked out. Randy punted him. Yeah. I mean, there was blood in the match, but whatever. This match went 24 minutes. So, look, WrestleMania 42 was spectacle, celebrity involvement, storyline heavy. But you know the news coming out of this. Several short match times, Paige's return, Gunther and Seth being good, and Liv Morgan's title win, but whatever. The main event was fine. It was slow. It was stupid. But the real story, again, is the match times. So, WrestleMania was a 4-hour show. The total match times, if you include the pre- and post-match fighting, was 1 hour and 30 minutes. That accounted for 38% of your show's time. That means on night one of on night one of your biggest show of the year, you had less than 50% of wrestling. Let that sink in. By comparison, the main card of AEW Dynasty, which was Sunday, had 175 minutes of actual wrestling, which is almost 3 hours of wrestling. Almost 3 hours of wrestling on a 4-hour show. So, Dynasty had a 4-hour show, and 75% of the 4-hour show was actual wrestling. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. That is absurd that the WWE felt they could put on a show like that and get away with it. The worst part is that the Women's World Championship match was the shortest Women's Championship match in a decade. So, you're asking yourself, what just happened? Stuff. WrestleMania Night 1 was not good. It just wasn't. And it sucks to say that. But this is the new norm for the WWE. This is the new norm. Now, there's a strong chance that night 2 will surpass night 1 because they have a better card. But there's also one less match, so they're going to find a way to drag out. They're going to find a way to drag this out for another 4 hours. This is the new norm, ladies and gentlemen. It sucks. The overall show gets 5 out of 10, and I'm being generous. Maybe night 2 will be better. That's what just happened. I'll see you back Monday. Peace.